if you are looking for an aggressive chess opening for white, especially for e4, e5, you may consider using this opening, the bishop's opening. So let's go. e4, e5, bishop c4. Of course, the idea is to pressure the f7 pawn. And let's go with bishop c5. Same thing though, attacking the f2. Since we're talking about the sharpness of opening, aggressiveness, let's go with f4. It seems like white is giving up the possibility to castling kingside and offering to block this long diagonal for the sake of the f4 and kingside attack. So let's see what would happen after of that move. Knight c6, protecting the e5 pawn is under attack. Knight f3, so two attackers versus one defender. So if you're black, you have to defend that one. d6, knight c3, development, knight f6, d3. Now, black can pick a6 or bishop g4. The idea of a6 is, for example, knight a4, there's a bishop a7. If you don't want white would capture your bishop on c5, you may go with a6. But let's go with bishop g4. If you want to neutralize immediately the bishop on c5, you can go with knight a4. Of course, black will not give that one easily. So instead of you targeting this bishop, let's go with more aggressive one by moving h3. So bishop takes. Of course, if black bishop would go here, that would be a simple win for white. Bishop will be cornered, so bishop takes, queen takes, and then knight d4. In this position, we will not protect nor support this c2 pawn. We will allow black. If you're playing white, we will allow black to capture this one. If you want to protect this one, just go queen d1. Not queen f2, because that would be a problem. Knight b3, attacking the queen, and this knight is, of course, attacking the rook. So you don't want to lose your rook or to have some quality down materially disadvantage because of the queen f2 move. So if you want to support this one, just queen d1. But as I mentioned earlier, we will not support nor protect the c2 pawn. We will go with queen g3, allowing black to capture this pawn and the rook. Of course, if you are playing black, why not just capture this one, knight takes a1, and now it is white's turn to attack. Queen takes g7. And the Ingis is recommending this move, king to d7. This is very not human moves. Like, why will I move my king? Okay, can I not go here? Later on, we will go check the rook f8 variation. But let's go with king d7, because after capture, you will not go here immediately because of the queen e7. Just relax. You will go rook f1, pressuring the knight. Of course, after the rook, g7, g8, queen capture, and you can get back the piece that you have allowed to be captured, the a1. So you all have to do is to capture this and corner and capture the knight on a1. So this is the very complicated position if you pick, if black picks the king d7 move. So what if black would not go with king d7 move? So let's go with more human move. The rook f8, protecting the f7. Of course, this f7 is very weak because of the two pieces attacking it. What would white do here? Let's continue with f takes e5. This is very important to open the f file. That is the reason why you move the f4 to open the f file. So capture, and now rook. You can go with bishop g5. Let's go with bishop g5, pinning down the knight before we go with rook f1. And this bishop is forced to go back. Then rook f1. This is a bad move, obviously, because of that would be a sorry loss for black. So you cannot do that if you are black. So instead of you worrying about the knight, just give it up. Just move queen to d4, allowing white to capture the knight, because after bishop takes knight, there's a trap here, castling, offering the bishop on e7, because if, for example, bishop takes e7, queen takes, and if, of course, Bishop takes rooks, like too greedy for white to capture the rook. Queen takes, if, of course, that's a one move checkmate. Sorry, lost. Even though, regardless, check and checkmate. So that is the worst trap of black that white may fall into. So don't ever fall into a trap. So after castling, just don't capture the bishop. Just go for a check first. Check. King b8. And then that is the only time you can go. And if queen takes c4, just king c1. If rook takes, what would happen? Rook capture. And now, rook takes c3. Pawn takes. So it's up for black to capture here or here. So I will let you to study this position. So this is very aggressive until the end game. Just imagine from opening to end game, the aggressiveness of this opening is very beautiful.